welcome to It's Tomorrow News, and this is Hena Talati. At least 1,297 people were killed after a 7.2 magnitude quake struck off the Haiti's coast. The quake was followed by a series of aftershocks. The quake hit 7.5 miles northeast of the town of Saint Louis du Sud on country's southwestern Tiburon Peninsula. Crews desperately dug through the collapsed buildings for the survivors in Caribbean nation. In Lake Eyre, as in other hard-hit cities on the southwestern peninsula, most of the population spent the night sleeping outdoors in front of their houses or what remained of them amid fears of the new aftershocks. The streets there were filled with the grinding sounds of the heavy equipments lifting debris from the collapsed buildings, as well as other quieter sounds of people pulling away rubble by the hand in desperate searches for the missing. Saturday's earthquake also left at least 5,700 people injured and displaced thousands from their destroyed or damaged homes. Survivors in some areas were forced to wait in the open amid oppressive heat for help from overloaded hospitals. The quake and the aftershocks damaged churches, hotels, hospitals and homes. It also caused a large landslide that blocked the main road from the Lake Eyre to Jérémie on the southwestern tip of the island. The tremor took place on the same fault line that caused the devastating 2010 earthquake that killed more than 2 lakh people in Haiti, according to US Geological Survey. Tremors were felt throughout the day and night after the earthquake. Homeless people and those whose houses are on the verge of collapse spent the night in the open on the streets. The Prime Minister had declared a month-long state of emergency across the country and said he will not seek international help until the damage is assessed. He said that some cities have been completely destroyed. Some 13,600 buildings were destroyed and over 13,700 damaged, trapping hundreds under rubble and leaving more than 5,700 people injured, and the country's civil protection agencies said in an update. Rescuers face new pressure as tropical depression Grace approaches, raising fears of torrential rainfall, flash floods and mudslides from the late Monday, according to the US National Weather Service. More than 1.5 million Haitians were made homeless in that disaster, which also destroyed 60% of the Haiti's healthcare system. The earthquake that struck Haiti on Saturday morning occurred on the same system of the faults as the one that devastated the capital Port-au-Prince in January 2010. And the previous quake almost certainly made this one more likely to occur. Both the quakes struck on the east-west fault line at the convergence of two tectonic plates, large segments of the Earth's crust that slowly move in relationship to each other. At this fault line called Enriquillo Plantain Garden Fault Zone, the Caribbean plate and the North American plate moved literally or side by side at a rate of about a quarter of an inch a year. The 2010 quake was centered about 30 miles west of Port-au-Prince. The quake on Saturday was about 50 miles further west. The energy released by one earthquake altered the stress patterns elsewhere along the fault line. The fault ruptured both vertically and laterally, according to a seismologist. Preliminary analysis suggested that the fault ruptured to the west, which would mean that the most of the energy was directed away from the Port-au-Prince and towards the more sparsely populated region along the Tiburon Peninsula. If that is the case, then most of the aftershocks that inevitably follow a large earthquake would mostly likely occur to the west as well. Damage and casualties from the quakes depend on many factors besides magnitude. The depth and location of the rupture, the time it occurred, and the quality of the construction all can play major roles. In the 2010 earthquake, shoddy construction, especially poorly built masonry buildings, was blamed for many of the deaths and injuries. The fault zone extends west to Jamaica, which is also at risk of major earthquakes. In addition to 2010 quake, the fault zone was most likely the source of 4 major earthquakes in the 18th and 19th centuries, including one that leveled Port-au-Prince in 1751 and again in 1770. That's all for now. For more news updates, stay tuned with us. It's Tomorrow News Hena Talati. For more weather updates like this, and please subscribe our channel.